And I know you each have your coaches who have probably gone over, a little bit about reviews. That's what we're going to be going over today is, reviews, kind of terms of service with Amazon, how that works. And then also the review strategies that we use here at TurnKey. So have you all talked with your coaches about, or your client managers about reviews?
Go ahead, Janet.
I've only had one meeting with Neely, so.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're with Neely. Okay. All right. So you're doing PPC, Janet. Is that right? PPC only?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what else there is.
Yes, there is inner coaching and PPC. So you have a client manager like myself and a PPC manager. You can do that as well. So either way, but that's good. You're in great hands with Neely. That's awesome. And Chris, what about you? Do you have a coach or?
We do. I'm working with Krista and Neely, I believe. And we haven't really launched per se yet. But I know reviews is the topic of discussion when we do launch. So
Yes, for sure. Okay, great. So this will be some good information for you. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Can you all see the screen okay?
yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Amazon reviews rules. As you know, Amazon does have their terms of service, and reviews are one of those big things that you always just need to make sure that you're just staying obviously in compliance with what, the Amazon terms of service are. So a few things about that. Only Amazon customers can leave reviews. So you can't, ask your Shopify customers or other audiences to leave reviews without, them purchasing through Amazon. You cannot leave a review on your own product. Reviews cannot be incentivized. You cannot ask a customer to remove or change a review. And leaving a negative review on a competitor's listing. That's also, competitors actually do try to do this sometimes, and sometimes it can get flagged, sometimes not. So that is a real thing. And then so moving forward for the upcoming slides, just a disclaimer here. So Amazon's terms of service are getting changed all the time. We recommend you read it, yourself and assess the risk yourself to make sure that you are TOS compliant always when it comes to reviews. Do these strategies at your own risk, and you can find this by searching for it within Seller Central. So any questions so far on what we've covered? All right. Okay, so here are some of the strategies that we like to use here at TurnKeys, the core review strategies. The first and foremost is the Amazon Vine program. Are either of you or both of you familiar with what that is? Yeah, okay. So basically, Amazon Vine is primarily, it's used for launching a product on Amazon, and it can get you up to 30 reviews. So the way Amazon Vine works, are you familiar with it, Janet? Have you heard of? Okay. So basically, the way it works is you can get up to 30 reviews. So you can enroll, whatever ASINs, multiple ASINs, or just one ASIN, depending on how many products you're launching, into the Amazon Vine program. And you can enroll it for up to 30 units or 30 reviews. Now, sometimes people choose to do less than 30 reviews, because there is a cost to it. It's $200 per parent SKU. So you're not paying per child SKU, you're paying per parent SKU. So say you have, 5 child SKUs and that one parent, you're only going to be paying for that one parent SKU. So you can do up to 30. If you do less than 30 on the Vine program, you can't go back and do the rest. So we always, caution our clients just to let them know, if you wanted to do more after you got, 15 reviews and they were good reviews, or, whatever, you can't go back and do more on that specific ASIN, just so you know. So we highly recommend running this when launching new products. If you're in a situation where Amazon Vine is leading to negative reviews, you're able to cancel the program. So that's something to know too, is you can always cancel the program. It's given to Vine reviewers, so the product is going to be free to the Vine reviewers, and Amazon chooses who these Vine reviewers are, so they understand that that's what they're doing, is they're, getting the product and leaving a review. It's not to say that they are obligated to leave a review, and it's not to say that they're obligated to leave a 4 or 5 star review. So there is always that. Do either of you have any questions on the Amazon Vine program? Nope. Okay. All right. The next one that we like to talk about is friends and family. This is, definitely considered a gray hat tactic. So, you have to make your best call and judgment when doing this with friends and family. And what I often tell my clients is friends of friends and friends of family when it comes to reviews. So generally, I'll go through these bullets and then we can talk about it a little bit more. But after the Vine is concluded, that's when you call in your friends and family. So the reason being, friends and family could take away one of the Vine spots, leading to less reviews. So it's best to let the Vine play out first. And you have to be careful about the IP address, or sharing an IP address. So you don't want to request, friends and family to leave a review if you're friends with them on Facebook, if it's your aunt that you've emailed, off and on throughout the years, anybody that you've shared an IP address yet with, even if they've come in to your home sometimes and looked at Amazon on your home, and that's kind of considered sharing an IP address. So you just have to be really, really careful about, who you ask and who you ask to leave a review. Reviews have to be left by verified purchases. So, if you're asking your friends and family, you can do that. And it has to be a verified purchase, so a full price purchase. And you can, rebate them or do whatever you're going to do, but just make sure that you're really careful about that IP address. So, and this, like it says, it should be a distant person that you have no connection to your sellercentral account. We've even seen that Amazon can track if you're Facebook friends, like I said, or you live in the same zip code. You can get flagged on that. So you just have to be really careful.
It seems a little bit weird that if they're friends and family, clearly they would be in your contacts and in your Facebook. So I don't get that at all.
Yeah, that's why I say friends of friends and friends of family, because you can ask a good friend if they have any friends that, maybe, and you could just do 5, it really, what you're trying to do on Amazon is, get as many reviews as you can out of the gate, and as many good reviews as you can, obviously, because that is a conversion that helps with your conversion in your sales. So, that's why I say friends of friends and friends of family. And that way, you can, one of your friends or one of your family members might have friends who would be willing to do that. But yeah, that's it, of course, definitely, Janet, it does seem funny, but I think that I have been able to do it myself. And I've known that clients have been able to ask a family member or a friend or a close friend or something, if they have friends that you're not even connected to that would be able to, or willing to do it. So the one thing about this too, is if you use this strategy, you want to make sure that you kind of have to create like a schedule for them to purchase the product. And depending on what the product is, waiting a couple of days, 3 days, maybe a week, staggering when they leave the reviews, because obviously you can imagine if a whole bunch of people come in and purchase the product and then that same amount of people leave a review within a day or, within hours of purchasing, it looks a little funny or suspicious to Amazon. So just have to be careful about that. But any questions about that one? Okay. It can work. It does work. And, again, that's what I've done in the past with, my Amazon products, is ask my sister to, ask some of her friends to, to purchase the product. And that seems that works just fine because I'm not associated with them in any way. All right. So moving on here, you can always request a review. So this is located in, under each order ID. Just one second. I'm got to get somebody else in here. There we go. Hello, Willis.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. I think you are a client of Jenna, right?
Right.
Yeah. You're usually seeing Jenna on these calls, but she wasn't able to make it today. So I'm another client manager here at TurnKey.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So basically, we've just covered a little bit about our review strategies. You can watch the recording too. I covered in the beginning Amazon's terms of service and rules around reviews. But I'm sure, has Jenna covered these topics with you, the review strategies? And
she has.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're just moving into request a review. So did you all know that you can go into your orders and you can actually use Helium 10 or Jungle Scout Chrome extensions to be able to request reviews, and you can do it all the orders on, every order on the page, basically. But you can also do it through just Seller Central. It's all within Amazon's terms of service. You all have probably received an email from Amazon, or a seller, shortly after you purchased, asking, for you to leave a review. So that's probably what it is most of the time when you receive an email like that. And that's exactly what it does. So it reaches out to the customer, to their email, and asks, that it would be helpful to the seller if you, left a review. And again, it doesn't say anything about leaving a 5-star review. Nobody's obligated to do that in any way, but they, it's just a gentle push or nudge to get that customer to leave you a review. Have you all found that under the orders page? Have you been able to find that? Janet, are you familiar with that? Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Sorry, I'm just looking for it. I'm going into something else.
No worries. No worries. That's okay. Yeah. So yeah, and if you need any help finding that, I'm sure Neely can help you with that, or your coach can help you find that. But the Helium 10 and Jungle Scout Chrome extensions are really easy to use. In fact, if you use the Jungle Scout Chrome extension on your orders page, once that's live, it'll show up in a big orange bar, and it'll say request reviews. And you can just click on that and it will request reviews for all of the eligible orders that it can. If it comes up ineligible, it will let you know. Okay. Any questions on that one? Okay. As it says, we suggest doing this at a 2 or 3 week mark, giving the customer time, obviously, to try the product out, depending on what it is. All right. And then the review dashboard. So this is located under brands. And this is a section where you're able to reach out to anyone that has left you a 1 to 3 star review. The options are to refund them or provide customer service. We suggest using the customer service template, since this can lead to an actual conversation with the customer. What's great about this option is it actually starts a conversation in the buyer messages section, where you're able to send your own message that is not an Amazon template. So you can actually speak to the customer. Please know that there are still rules when doing this, and you cannot ask them to change or delete their reviews. And oftentimes we've seen this work. Sometimes if you just give good customer service, or a customer can see that you're reaching out and showing interest or concern, or, that you're aware of what's going on, oftentimes they will either change their review, obviously without you asking, or they will just take the negative review down. Again, nothing is written in stone. It's not, it's not typical, but sometimes it does happen. So reaching out on that review dashboard is really, really important. Have you used that feature yet? Do all of you know where that is? Okay. So Janet, basically, if you go under brands in Seller Central, you click on brand on the left-hand column there. In the drop-down menu, it'll say review dashboard.
Okay. Thank you.
And then you can reach out to the customers that way. All right. Any questions about anything so far? Okay. All right. And then the review funnel. So this is something that we have for coaching clients as a prime service. And this is a strategy that, again, would be considered gray hat, but it's something that our team uses a lot and sees a ton of success with. Basically, it starts with a marketing insert or a sticker offering a free gift. And on that insert or the sticker, the customer is given a URL to go to. So, or like a QR code, basically, that leads to a URL. And from there, that URL would have a funnel connected to it. In the funnel, the first step would be to collect the person's information. So the name and the email is what we generally do. From there, we would give them a free gift. And oftentimes a free gift is just a percentage off. So it's like 10% off, 15% off, something like that. We recommend something that can be delivered to electronically, like a promo code, which I just mentioned, or an ebook, depending on what the product is, of course. And then once you give them the first gift, then you would send them back to Amazon to leave a review. So basically the way this review funnel works is they'll scan the QR code on the sticker or on the marketing insert. And then it takes them to a funnel, basically. And the first landing page is, hey, thanks for your purchase. And, could you leave your name and email address? And then they get kind of taken through the funnel. So not only does it allow you to collect email addresses, which is great, Amazon focused email addresses, but then what it does is it takes them to a page that actually asks them, would you give our product a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star review? And they're either obviously going to click on the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars. If they click on 1 to 3, they're redirected to your website, your company website, that is whatever your company is, threeriverscoffee.com/contact us. So it gives them the opportunity, if they are going to give you less than 4 stars, the opportunity to reach out to you outside of Amazon, so you can get that taken care of. If they're going to leave you a 4 or 5-star review, it will lead them straight to Amazon. So it kind of encourages them to leave you a good review rating. So basically there's a lot of really good things about this review funnel. It works really well. Do any of you have marketing inserts currently in your products? No. Yeah, you do, Chris? Okay. Yeah, that's great. So, basically what you would do then is a lot of times if people already have an existing marketing insert that they put in their product, you could just add this QR code to it and say, hey, thanks for your purchase, follow us here. And then it'll lead them through that review and give them that percentage off. So it doesn't matter whether they're going to leave you a 1-star review or a 5-star review, they still get that free gift. They're still going to receive the free gift. So does anybody have any questions on that at all? Okay. Again, this is a strategy that's worked really, really well for us, and it's been super successful. We have some customers or some clients now who have an email list, who have built up an email list that's, well within the thousands, so that's good too, because it's a growth strategy that we use for email blasts and people who have purchased your product on Amazon. So there are a lot of people who don't really like to send emails to, the email list that they get from their website. They want to use, Amazon specific emails. So, all right. All right. Well, that was the last slide. Questions, throw your questions out. If you have any questions regarding reviews or growth strategies or, anything like that, let me know. Here to help. And if you don't, that's fine too. I know you're all in really good hands with your coaches and your client managers, so that's awesome. Janet, do you have any questions on any of it?
I don't really. I'm just looking at all these things. I'm literally brand new. My product just launched, so I'm going to do this buying thing right away, and we'll see how it goes.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm so glad, coming to these is really helpful. And, if you have any growth strategy questions or, launch questions, anything like that, we're obviously here to help, and you can reach out to your coach as well. Willis, Chris, are you guys all good? Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure. This was fun. I know it was kind of short-lived, but we went through it, and we got through it before 10:30. So
it's nice meeting you, Mary. Thank you.
Yes, of course. It's great to meet all of you. Fun to see your faces. And yeah. Again, reach out in Basecamp if you have any questions.
Thanks so much.
All right, everybody. Bye. Have a good day.